from different places, backgrounds, and experiences. And you've come a long way. You've reached new milestones, always learning and growing along the way. You're ready to achieve and conquer new goals and soar to new heights that you may have only imagined up to now. And now, you've been selected as a Chancellor's Associate Scholar at one of the top public research institutions in the country. You're ready to begin your travel journey, and we're ready to help.
Congratulations on your admission to UC San Diego. My name is Kimberly Rodriguez Jimenez, and I am the Office Manager for the Chancellor's Associate Scholars Program. I can't wait to meet you in the fall. Congratulations to you, your family, and your community on all of your success. Can't wait to be a part of your Triton journey.
Hi, my name is Camarena. I'm the Academic Support Coordinator for the Chancellor's Associate Scholars Program, and I wanted to congratulate you on receiving the scholarship as well as your admission to UC San Diego. And I'm really excited to meet you in the fall.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria Rodriguez. I go by Ria, and I am the Student Success Coordinator with the Chancellor's Associate Scholars Program. To know that you have support here and that we will continue to support you all throughout your undergraduate journey, and even as alumni, we would love to still be connected with you. I am really excited to get to know every single one of you. Congratulations on your acceptance to UCSD, and welcome to our CASP community and family.
Congratulations on your acceptance to UC San Diego, and congratulations on being selected as a Chancellor's Associate Scholar. My name is Belinda, and I'm the Director of the Chancellor's Associate Scholars Program. We're really excited for you to start in the fall and to help connect you with the resources, opportunities, and the people that will help you define your goals and achieve them.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Belinda Zamacona, and I'm the Director of the Chancellor's Associate Scholars Program, and we are so happy that you've decided to join us today. Although we would love to be in person, we just couldn't wait, and we were so eager to have the opportunity to meet you online, to share a little bit about ourselves and about why we think you should choose UC San Diego and why we think the Chancellor's Associate Scholars Program is such a great opportunity for you, for your families, and your community. So we call the Chancellor's Associate Scholars Program CASP for short. We love acronyms at UC San Diego. I'm going to be your moderator for today's webinar. I have a lot of people that have been preparing for a really long time to make sure that you're set up to be successful once you start in the fall. And although we won't get to physically see you until later, we were just really eager and excited to get to share a little bit about what the community we have at UC San Diego called CASP is. So we hope you'll enjoy getting to meet our team today, having the opportunity to connect with those that are going to help you along your journey. And we will have a lot of time at the end to answer some questions for you. And just a couple of housekeeping items that I want to share with you. So this session is going to be recorded. So you will have a chance if you miss anything. So don't feel there's not going to be a test, so you don't have to take copious notes. This will be recorded. It will be shared on our CASP YouTube channel, our social media accounts, so you'll have access to it. You can share it with your friends, with your family, so that you make an informed decision once it's time to choose UC San Diego. With that said, later on, my colleagues one of my colleagues is going to share information on the Q&A, which you'll see on your screen. But please don't share any personal information on the Q&A because it is being recorded. So that part will come a little bit later. But first of all, so the first person that I want to introduce you to tonight is Chancellor Pradeep Khosla, and he is very near and dear to our heart here at CASP. He's really just special to the entire community at UCSD because as our chancellor, he recognized the need for access and for a program like CASP. So CASP is his program. He created it because he wanted to recognize high academic achieving students from all over the state of California and wanted to make sure that you not only have the resources to be at UC San Diego, but to have the support that you need while you're here. So so that should tell you a lot about our campus and our leadership because it's because of him that CASP is what it is today. So it's my pleasure to introduce you to our Chancellor, Chancellor Pradeep Khosla.
Thank you, Belinda. Welcome everybody and good evening. If I was in person with you all there, I would have said give Belinda a big hand because she's been crucial to this program. And when you come here, she's the one you're going to see on a day in, day out basis. So wherever you are, give her a round of applause. Okay. Let me start by saying congratulations to each and every one of you. Not just to each and every one of you who's been admitted to UC San Diego, but also to your families. I think your families work really hard to get you to where you are. So I know wherever you are, you probably have a loved one, a parent, a sibling sitting next to you. So do me a favor, say thank you to them, say thank you to them because without them, you would not be here. So you are our 2020 cohort of Chancellor's Associate Scholars, and that is very special. So I've been here 8 years now, and we've done this program for 7 years, and each year we grow the program, and you are the largest class coming in. So we want to make sure when you're admitted into this program, when you're admitted to UC San Diego, as Belinda was saying, we provide you with all the support. So we're not going to bring you here and let you swim or sink. We're going to bring you here, and we're going to be right next to you, swimming with you, and making sure that at the end of the 4 years or 5 years or 2 years, you are a championship swimmer. By swimmer, I mean metaphorically speaking, that you will succeed in what you're doing out here. So what is this program? What does this scholarship do? So this scholarship provides an all expense paid education at, I think, the best university in the world, but let me be a little bit polite and say one of the best universities in the world. It covers your tuition, it covers your fees, it provides money for books, food, transportation, and other things you need. The whole idea is that you should be able to graduate from UC San Diego loan-free. And like I was saying before, Belinda and her team of professionals and everyone on our team is very talented, very committed. You are absolutely going to love Belinda and her team. They provide student mentor workshops, mentoring and other resources to ensure that you have everything you need to succeed. As a Chancellor's Associate Scholar, you would also get special library privileges. You will get guaranteed campus housing, and you would get priority enrollment. And all of these things look very simple right now, but when you come here, these are the things that really give you the edge that you would need to succeed. You would be part of our greater learning community. You would be on our campus every day and play a very active role in a whole lot of student activities and student life. You will get involved in student governments and student orgs. You will be a campus leader. And many of our Chancellor's Associates are on the honor roll. So you are somebody that I would look forward to meeting when you're on campus. And I can tell you, we take pride, I take personal pride in each and every one of you, in your accomplishments and the hard work you put in, because of you, when you come here, you will make this campus more lively, and you will leave this campus after 2 years or 4 years, depending on your community college or not. You will leave this campus much better than you found it in. So thank you very much for accepting this scholarship, and I'm looking forward to seeing you when we get here. So please enjoy the rest of the evening, and I'll be watching. So thank you again. Back to you, Belinda.
Thank you, Chancellor Khosla. And you will have the opportunity to meet Chancellor Khosla, and you'll have the opportunity to meet all of us and your peers. So we're really excited to be able to do that in the near future. So my colleague Roberta Camarena is going to go over just a couple of other housekeeping items for Q&A, and we'll move on to meet other team members.
Hello, friends. My name is Roberta Camarena, and I'm Assistant Director of Admissions, Diversity Recruitment, and I do want to point out a few logistics in order to prepare and best serve you during this webinar. There is a little feature where you can actually ask all your questions, and all the panelists that you're going to meet soon are actually going to be answering your questions live if possible. And if not, we're going to go ahead and answer them in writing. But if you look down beneath your screen, there's a little Q&A, and that's where you can actually type in any questions that you may have. We do ask that you not provide any personal information. I remind you again, this is being recorded, and as any questions that we respond publicly, all people who watch this video in the future will be able to see the questions as well. And so we'd like you to keep your privacy. You may submit questions anonymously. That is an option, or you can submit them with your name. We just ask that you not provide any personal information beyond that. We will address as many questions as we can during this webinar. And if we do not get to those questions, do not fear. We will get back to you at a later date. Thank you.
Thank you, Roberta. So what we're going to share with you today, so we know your time is valuable, and we know that this medium is something that we're all still getting used to. So what we wanted you to walk away with today is 3 things that we want to share with you that we want to know before, we want you to know before you start the fall quarter, wherever you start the fall quarter, but we hope it's UC San Diego. And one thing we want you to walk away with, if you still haven't decided that UC San Diego is the place to be, but you'll get there. So the 3 things that I want to share. So again, my name is Belinda Zamacona. I'm the director of the Chancellor's Associate Scholars Program. I've been at UC San Diego for over 11 years now. I used to work at an elementary school in Barrio Logan. I've called San Diego my home since I was 9. I'm originally from Acapulco in the state of Guerrero, and I'm really proud to be a part of the UC San Diego community. And 3 things that I want you to know before starting in the fall quarter is that college is intimidating. The physical campus is intimidating. I'm sure all of this information is intimidating, and it doesn't have to be, and intimidating doesn't have to be a negative feeling either. So it can be associated with excitement, and we want you to know that we are very aware that, especially now, college is intimidating because there's uncertainty in the world. So we're thankful, and I know I'm thankful to have CASP as part of my community, because that means that I don't have to go through the uncertainty by myself. And I know that that's really important for our students, and to be able to provide that for you is huge, because we are this one community of many. So I really hope that you'll walk away knowing that although it is intimidating, and it's coupled with a lot of layers of other uncertain times around the world, that you're not going to be alone. And in order to do that too, so the second thing I want you to know is that asking for help is a must, and asking for help is not something, so UCSC has a culture where asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of growth, it's a sign of potential, and that all successful students at UCSC ask for help. And as a Chancellor's Associate Scholar, you would have the opportunity to know who to ask for help. And all of the people that you're getting to see virtually today through Zoom are the people that you would definitely ask for help. And that you can't do it alone. So you don't have to go through college alone. It would be a lonely experience. And I hope that coming out of this experience that we are, or the global experience that we're going through in a global pandemic, you won't want to do it alone, and that you know that you don't have to do that as a Chancellor's Associate Scholar. And one thing that I want you to know, if you're still unsure whether UCSD for you is to follow your heart. And just by you logging onto this webinar means that UC San Diego means something to you. So we hope that you'll walk away from today with the information that will help you make whatever the right choice is for you. And we're really thankful that you've decided to spend this time with us, and we look forward to continuing to building community with you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. As Belinda had mentioned, unfortunately, we can't meet in person just yet, but when we do, you can make sure that there's going to be some delicious food. That's a big thing that is part of our office. So my name is Maria Rodriguez. I go by Ria. I am the Student Success Coordinator with CASP. I've been at UC San Diego for a little under 3 years now, and I just wanted to share my insight. So the first thing that I wanted all of you to know before starting the fall quarter is truly, I hope each and every one of you is proud of this exciting milestone that you've achieved, and this isn't going to be the only one, and we're so privileged that we can, begin and continue this journey with you. The second is actually a piece of advice that was given to me by my graduate school faculty instructor, who told me, you know what you know, and you know what you don't know. So starting any new chapter, there is a learning curve and there's growth that comes with that. And we hope at CASP and at our office that we can be able to support you and guide you as you'll, continue to have questions, and, as you come to think about maybe different tutoring services and potentially majors that you want to pursue. And so it is, really our hope that we can guide you and direct you to those resources that are available for you. And the last thing that I want y'all to know, as a first generation college student myself, that idea of finding community was something that I didn't realize was really important and that I needed, not only for my transition, but really for my success. And I want y'all to know that you have a community of individuals, folks, resources that are here for you. Just know that we're rooting for you and we are supporting you. And that last, piece of advice, if, you're still unsure if UCSD is for you, that's totally understandable. It's a big decision. My best advice would be to be able to talk to loved ones and people whose opinion you value, but most importantly, to echo off what Belinda has mentioned, listen to your heart and listen to your gut. What I've learned in life is that it won't fail you. So listen to that intuition that you have. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Kimberly Rodriguez Jimenez. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. I'm the office manager for the Chancellor's Associate Scholars Program. To start it off, I just want to say congratulations on your admission. Congratulations on being selected as one of our Chancellor's Associate Scholars. 3 pieces of advice that I would have for you all. So I'm very proud to say that I am a UC San Diego alumni. So I stayed home and I'm very happy where I am. I love being with all of the people that I work with and just being able to stay in community as well. 3 pieces of advice that I would have for you all is: 1, you made it here. You are more than capable of succeeding here. You got accepted here. That's the first step. That's usually the hardest step. And I'm not gonna assume that the rest of it will be easy. Every person is in different steps in their life. They go through different journeys. They have different struggles. So for some people, it might be a very easy transition, and for others, it may not. But I just want to assure you that if UC San Diego is the place for you, you have a home here with us. You have people that support you and believe in you. So I just want to say, 1, you made it here. You definitely belong here if that is where you want to be. My second piece of advice would be to definitely be comfortable asking questions, especially at least for me in my own personal experience. I'm a first-generation student. My family didn't know what college looked like, so I had to figure it out on my own. And I had to learn very quickly that, as Belinda had mentioned, it can be a very lonely journey, but if you're able to ask questions and connect with others and just build that community that supports you and believes in you, it can be a lot more fulfilling of a journey. And lastly, have fun. Yes, you're going into college, you're going to study, you're going to go and hopefully achieve those dreams and goals that you have and hopefully guide you to that career that you're meant to have. But also it's a fun experience where you get to meet other people, you get to experience new things, you get to explore other communities, other organizations, other interests. So yes, definitely learn, get those good grades, but also have fun. You'll only have your college experience once or maybe twice if you do graduate school. And that'll be a very different experience all on its own, but definitely have fun and just explore and find yourself if UC San Diego is the place for you, which we hope it is. But again, thank you for being here. And once again, congratulations on all your success.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Karen Van Ness. I'm the Academic Support Coordinator for CASP. So congratulations on getting into UCSD and receiving the scholarship. It's a really great community and a great group of folks. And I'm really proud to work the job I have, and I'm really excited to meet y'all soon. And I'm from Texas, so I'm gonna say y'all. And I've been at UCSD for a little over 25 years. Which sounds like a long time. My 3 pieces of advice, I'm going to give you more like practical advice. So one, UCSD, we communicate mostly through email, so please read your email. A lot of times we'll promote like jobs or scholarship, extra scholarships, opportunities through email. So if you don't read it, you won't find out about it. So please, please, please check your email. The second is UCSD has a very interesting social organization. A lot of ways the students make friends is actually through clubs. So there's something called the Center for Student Involvement, but there's clubs for anime, there's clubs for football, there's clubs for pre-med, but that's something when you come in the fall, which I hope you will, that you might want to look into if you're looking to make new friends, meet people as well. And then the last one is just remember, I think my other colleagues have already said this, but you've got a really strong support system. We really want you to do well. We're really rooting for you. And UCSD is very, very large. And it can get a little confusing, and that's why we're here. So if I don't know the answer, I will connect you with the person who does, and that may be one of my colleagues or maybe another office. But please, please, please reach out to us because we really want you to do well, and I think you will do well.
Hello. Hi, this is Michele Ojeda. I'm from the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office. I am so excited to welcome you to the Triton family. We're so proud of what you've done already. You've done so much just to get admitted to UC San Diego, so congratulations. Financial Aid Office wants to make sure that you're aware that we're here to support you, that we want to support you along your journey at UC San Diego, and that myself would be your contact person in the financial aid office. So any questions, any issues that you have regarding financial aid, you can always feel free to come and talk to me directly. I want to go over a couple of housekeeping items because in financial aid, we have a lot of documents, a lot of things, a lot of requirements and such. We want to submit your CASP scholarship acceptance form. So if you are planning to come to UCSD, and we certainly hope you are, And we want to make sure that you do accept your scholarship by May 1st, and that's Friday. And you can email the scholarship acceptance form to our office. The second thing is, if you've been selected for something called verification, there may be some documents that you need to submit to our office. So we want to make sure that you're aware of those. And as my colleague Karen suggested, please, please, please check your email. Your UC San Diego email is where we'll do all of our communications with you before you're on campus and while you're on campus. The required documents and tasks on the Triton Link tool in financial aid is where any of the items that we've requested from you, you will be able to see. And we've created a new format that allows you to upload those documents directly to the site so that you don't have to mail them, you don't have to walk them in because our office is closed right now. So you can upload those documents directly from your computer, and it's really simple. If you have questions about anything, my email address, mlojeda@ucsd.edu, and that'll be available to you. The fourth thing is residency. If we've requested any residency documentation from you, you want to make sure that that's submitted immediately or as soon as possible. You want to make sure that that's clear. If you have questions about residency, we have a department within our registrar's office that only works with residency. And their email is residencydeputy@ucsd.edu. Thank you and congratulations.
So thank you for everyone, for all of the team members. So even though you just got to meet a couple of us today, so we do have 4 full-time professional staff members. We have a graduate assistant. There's an even bigger team on campus, so at all the colleges. So you all got into 7 of our undergraduate colleges, and we work with colleagues across the campus. We have over 50 student staff from all academic disciplines, both students from Preuss, students from Hoover, E3 Civic, Gompers, Lincoln, more. So we're really, and just all over California. So we have students from all walks of life. So you'll get to meet even more people than you got to meet today. So we hope that you'll continue connecting with us even beyond today. And we've already started answering a couple of questions. So this is the time to ask questions. Remember that second thing I wanted you to walk away with today. So I know a couple of my colleagues already answered the question, but if anyone wants to chime in. So someone asked, how does employment look like for students after UCSD? So this is a student who's very prepared, who's already thinking about life after UC San Diego and graduating, which we love. And Kimberly answered the question here, but I'll ask her to maybe talk a little bit more about employment opportunities. And as a UCSD alum, she might want to share a little bit more about her career trajectory. So I'll hand it over to Kimberly for this question.
Thank you, Belinda. So yes, I think that one of the things that I was very fortunate was that I did have the opportunity to have not only employment throughout my time at UC San Diego, but I was lucky enough to also have a job that I really love and enjoy afterwards, and I still got to be within that Triton community. So there are a lot of different resources available for students to use. The biggest one that you're probably going to hear for both having jobs on campus as well as maybe afterwards and preparing for when you graduate would be the Career Services Center. They really just focus on helping you find different jobs and opportunities and making sure that you're a competitive candidate for any field that you're going into, whether it's you're interested in being a teacher, future engineer, a doctor, looking for internships, working in labs. They really help you just feel more prepared in how to be able to enter the job market. I was very fortunate to be able to have jobs in different offices that I was involved in. So during my first year, I was involved with OASIS, which is the Office of Academic Support and Instructional Services, and I worked with their office in a variety of ways. I was a residential assistant for Revelle College. I was a mentor with the International Studies Center. Now it's called Global Education, but at the time it was the International Studies Center. And also a job as an office assistant for the CASP office, which is how I got to know the wonderful staff that you all see today. And then thankfully, I was very lucky that the timing just worked really well, that there was a position opening up with CASP, and I was already familiar with the program, and I applied, and I was thankfully offered the job, and I've been here since. So there's a lot of opportunities across campus for multiple majors, multiple interests, and multiple job career paths as well. So definitely I would say take the time to explore, because there are plenty of opportunities. You'll probably be overwhelmed with the amount of information out there. But that was my experience. So.
Thank you, Kimberly. So keep putting your questions in. So we have a question that I'm going to ask Ria to answer, and it was about CASP 101. So this student, I hope, has already decided to attend UC San Diego, and Ria will speak more about CASP 101, which is one of our summer program requirements.
Thanks, Belinda. And thanks to whomever asked that question. I'm really happy that y'all are thinking about what summer is going to look like. And given that we are facing just unprecedented times, we have made the decision that we are going to hold CAS 101, which for those of you that may not be that familiar with, let me start there. So CAS 101 is our summer transition program, where we have typically brought all of our incoming students together during the summer for a brief period of time. And it's different than orientation in the sense that we, really try our best to not only connect you with a peer who has already, been navigating UC San Diego, but we're very intentional in the way that we connect students to resources, not just in the sense of providing information, but really, I think, being able to connect with them on a different level, so that when you do begin at UC San Diego, you do feel more comfortable to be able to reach out to, whether it be an academic advisor, or maybe a particular resource like within the Center for Student Involvement if you're thinking about clubs and organizations. So in regards to planning for CAS 101 this year, we are definitely still going to have it. We're just going to be holding our program remotely. So the program typically has happened during the last week of July. That is still set to happen. However, you will receive more information in terms of what you can expect. And, we are also going to be inquiring and trying to make sure that we can get the information that happens during CAS 101, as it will happen virtually, to those students and folks who may or may not have access to technology or just a means to be able to connect online. We are going to do our best to recreate the same experiences that past attendees have walked away with. We've actually just finished putting together our team of summer interns that you will all be connected with, and they'll be your first resource that can just share with you their experience and their journey. So we're really excited, and we're going to be putting together some innovative programming, but our hope is really that you can walk away feeling as though you were able to either connect with one person or a group of folks, and just continue to build that community. So you can definitely expect to have some type of virtual icebreakers and some type of connections for that, but more information to come.
Thank you, Ria. And again, so keep sending in those questions. If we don't get to your question today, we'll put up our contact information again, but it's here, but our individual contact information too. We have a couple of questions that came in regarding financial aid. So Michele will get to answer those, and I'm just going to read them real briefly. So where do I accept the scholarship? And a question about whether the financial aid package will be updated with the scholarship on the admission portal. And there was another question about study abroad that was already answered, so please take the time to review that, but I'll have Michele talk about how to accept the scholarship and whether that should be updated on your portal.
Hi, you just need to accept the scholarship by submitting the acceptance form. And you can do that via email at scholarships@ucsd.edu. And that's all you need to do to accept it. It's automatically a part of your financial aid. For those that are not seeing the scholarship as part of your financial aid package, it should be there. We're continuing to create financial aid packages now and all the way through the summer. So if you wanted to email me directly at mlojeda@ucsd.edu, I can check your file and see where it is in the process. But in general, the scholarship will be a part of your financial aid package, yes.
Michelle, and there was another question about a student, an undocumented student applying for work study without DACA. So I'll answer the question, and there's a little bit more information. So Michelle can talk about the scholarship and how it applies to students who filled out the California Dream app and are California residents for tuition purposes. So for this person asking the question, so undocumented students can definitely receive the scholarship, and Michelle will talk more about that. But as far as applying for federal work study, so we do have an undocumented student services center on campus, and each individual, depending on whatever your situation is, there are opportunities for undocumented students on campus, and those are all, the hub for that is the Undocumented Student Services Center. So we have internships, and those are paid opportunities for individuals with and without DACA. So you don't necessarily have to be eligible for DACA to receive any of the benefits from the Undocumented Student Services Center. So it would all depend on your situation. We definitely don't want you to include any personal information there. All that to say is that there are multiple resources on campus and opportunities for undocumented students. But Michelle can talk a little bit more about the California Dream App and the scholarship as it applies to undocumented students.
The scholarship is available to those students that apply through financial aid for the California Dream application, definitely. And federal work study is a federal form of financial aid. So those students wouldn't necessarily be eligible for that. That doesn't mean to say that you can't work on campus. And like Belinda said, that the Undocumented Student Center is the place to go. But yes, you are definitely eligible for the scholarship under that status. And if you have, specific questions about your eligibility for financial aid under the California Dream application, I'm more than happy to talk with you. So you can pop me an email or give me a call.
Thank you, Michelle. So there was another question that asked about undergraduate research opportunities that Karen answered, but I'll ask her just to speak a little bit more about just all the opportunities that we have on campus, being a Research One university for students who come in with research ideas and projects in mind.
Okay, hey everyone. So I saw there were a couple of questions, one specifically about med students or pre-med students, and one more generally. So there's research opportunities for all fields. My field in literature, my master's from UCSD, so there's research in the arts and humanities and theater and the social sciences, sociology, as well as in the hard sciences, so biology, chemistry, that sort of thing. One of the advantages of UCSD is we have both a medical school and a pharm school. So you can get research experience at the School of Medicine or at the School of Pharmacy, as well as for those of you future entrepreneurs at the Rady School of Management. So there's a couple of programs through which you can find research. The big one is the Faculty Mentor Program, and also academic internships programs. So we'll be talking about, once you come, getting you connected to these resources, but it's academic enrichment programs, so AEP and AIP. But there are like funded summer research programs in different fields. There are research programs you do for credit. There's even some research that you can do internationally. So there's just so much that you can do when you come to UCSD. So you can talk to me or any of the CASP staff to help you get started. as well as you can talk to your professors if you're really interested in someone's research. So yeah, there's lots and lots and lots of opportunities.
And there's also a question about the scholarship and what our students can expect as far as academic support, like tutoring. Can you talk a little bit more about the resources that we have on campus for that, please?
Sure. So I'm your academic support coordinator. So I will help you coordinate your academic support. So there's a couple of tutoring centers and academic support centers on campus. One is Oasis and the other is the Learning Commons. So they have tutoring for writing, all levels of writing up until they serve graduate students as well. And they have one-on-one appointments, workshops, and then tutoring in the STEM courses, so chemistry, math, some biology, some engineering, that are both either one-on-one or also weekly workshops, if that helps you more, depending if you like to be alone or with other people. So there's a lot of support there. And then frequently the departments will also have academic support. So either through office hours with the professor to TA, and I know engineering, some other departments will have specific workshops to help students out as well. So yeah, so there's a lot of support out there for your journey.
Thank you, Karen. So there is a question about setting up a UCSD email account. So Kimberly will help answer that question.
Hello. Yes. So what'll happen is that once you have accepted your offer, you'll receive an email to whichever email you use to apply to UC San Diego that'll have all the information that you need in regards to how to access your new student site account, which is where you'll get more information about next steps, how to enroll in classes, upcoming deadlines, orientation for your college and all of that, as well as your student ID number, your PID. It's something similar to how you would have in high school. It was your little ID card, and then that would be like the number that you would use to go to the library or sign up for things. Exactly the same. Use your PID to access everything. You're using your UCSD official email, which is how we will be contacting you all, using your UCSD email. So definitely make sure to get into the habit of checking that email and keeping a good inbox, a clean inbox. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming getting thousands of emails from different offices and different orgs, but definitely make sure to stay on top of it and read through it, because you'll sometimes get a lot of really good information from it. But you'll get all of that once you've officially accepted your offer to UC San Diego.
Thank you, Kimberly. So there's a question that came in about accepting the CASP scholarship and whether you still need to accept the Cal Grant through the Cal Grant website. So I will send it over to Michele to help answer.
Okay, so in terms of accepting the scholarship and accepting your Cal Grant, the only thing you need to do for your Cal Grant is to go to the Web Grants account. You should have set up a Web Grants account for yourself at csac.ca.gov. And all you need to do is make sure that the school listed on your Cal Grant Award is UC San Diego. And that's the only acceptance that you have to do of the Cal Grant. It'll automatically be part of your financial aid package.
Thank you, Michele. So keep those questions coming. One of the questions that we get is what a student, so we hate using the word requirement. They are opportunities that students have. So I will have Ria share what opportunities students can look forward to in their first year as a freshman CASP student.
Thanks, Belinda. So we have quite a few opportunities that you can all or will participate in for your first year. So starting off with the summer, that would be CASP 101, which will be that initial introduction. And then during the fall quarter, you can expect to be enrolled in a credit-bearing course based out of the Education Department Studies, EDS. And it's really wonderful because this is where you're really going to be able to connect with other students who are also scholarship recipients, as well as be able to discuss current issues based on, identities and different challenges that some of our students experience. And then apart from some of these opportunities, we love when students can get connected to their academic advisors. It's very beneficial, especially if any of you have questions, whether it be regarding courses or maybe you're in that major exploration stage. And so we have our students meet with their advisors 2 times per quarter to continue to build that relationship and that rapport. And that stays the same throughout the academic year. And then during winter and spring quarter, we have something that's called a learning community. So you can think of it as like a small seminar. Students don't receive credit for this. It's different than a unit-bearing course. But again, this is another opportunity where not only you get to connect with different peers who are part of our program, but this is really where we as CASP staff, so all of the folks that you have met today, as well as current students, come together every week, and we put material together that really focuses on a particular resource, whether it be how to write up a resume, or studying abroad, what does that look like? And so we like to bring in other campus departments as well, so that you can start to build those connections. And really, as you start to think about like what you want your journey to look like, we like to be able to also clue in from different resources as well. We also have something that's called the Faculty Speaker Series. This actually makes me really excited because we love the idea of students being able to connect with faculty outside of the classroom. I know sometimes it can be intimidating to connect with a professor, but just even being able to learn more about their journey and inquire a little bit more in terms of like their research and what they're doing, I think is a great way to also start building some of those connections. And we definitely make sure to review our opportunities with all of you during CAS 101, as well as prior to the start of fall quarter, and then we send out reminders as well to students, and we have a really beautiful informational pamphlet that we provide to all of you as well, that provides that comprehensive list of opportunities.
Thank you, Ria. So we might have some students out there who might still be undecided on a major, and we definitely help you explore through that. And the person in our office that leads that effort is Karen, so she can share more on major exploration and what you can expect from that for those students who might still be deciding on a major, planning on double majoring, or wanting to explore a minor.
Okay, thank you, Belinda. So a lot of people come in undeclared. A lot of people come in and then their first or second quarter realize that the major they wanted to have actually isn't what they really want after they've taken a few classes. So don't feel intimidated by that fact or that it's strange, because I know sometimes you get a lot of pressure to know what you want to do and know where you're going to be in 4 years and know what you want to study. And you're surrounded with people who have very specific plans and goals. And it's okay. You don't need to declare your major until the end of your second year. So you've got a little bit of time to figure that out. The first thing to do is to just take your GEs. So your colleges will have specific courses you need to take. So start with those, kind of see what you like, what you don't like. The other thing is to talk to advising. So you can come talk to me, you can talk to your college advisor if you think you might be interested. So maybe you're trying to decide between sociology and anthropology. You can go and talk to both of those. Every department has an advisor, and you can go and talk to the advisor. Is this right for me? What do you do when you graduate? How do I get a job? What kinds of jobs are there out there? And then if you really don't know what you want to do at all, the Career Services here at UCSD has a lot of workshops, a lot of quizzes, as well as one-on-one advising to help you figure out what it is you want to do. As you're going along, just keep on remembering to check in with your college advisor and keep on track of your 4-year plan to make sure you don't get too kind of off track. But don't stress out too much because you do have a little bit of time to decide. A lot of people change their mind and people eventually do. You will eventually find your place. It just may take a minute, and it's okay to change your mind.
Thank you, Karen. So we talked a lot about a lot of serious things like choosing a major and how college is scary, but we also like to have a lot of fun. Actually, that is like one of our priorities as well. It's part of our mission. As Ria mentioned, we also love food. We take great pride in putting on the best events and having the best food at those events. We're very biased, but we do feel like we put on the best events and have the best food at those. And Kimberly takes the lead on most of those events, and she can share some of like the highlights of what you can look forward to throughout your time with us.
Thank you, Belinda. So yes, we have a lot of opportunities for students to not just connect with other members at UC San Diego, but also with us. We love connecting with our students and making sure that you all are building community with one another and supporting each other. And there's a lot of events. The reason why I really like my job is because I get to put up so many fun events for you all. One of our events that we have every quarter is our CASP Study Jam. So we can only imagine how it might be for a lot of our students. Week 10 finals week can be really stressful because it's a time when a lot of y'all will be studying, getting ready for your finals, getting ready for your exams, starting those essays, hopefully not pulling too many all-nighters. But what we do is that the Friday of week 10, which is the last week of instruction, we'll have what we call a study jam. So what we do is that we have extended office hours. So what we usually do is that our office, our physical office, will be open for late hours. So students can come into our office and study there, do group study, individual study, relax. We'll have snacks available for everybody throughout the whole day. We'll have a warm dinner set up. We'll invite tutors from the Teaching and Learning Commons and Oasis, those tutoring resources that Karen had mentioned earlier, and they'll provide drop-in tutoring for all of our students that are participating. It's overall just a very fun way for students to be able to study and be productive and hang out with their peers, but also for you to get outside of your dorm, come outside, not be stuck in Geisel. You'll be very familiar with Geisel once school starts, once we're back on campus. But another event that we have is our academic year kickoff. This is probably one of my favorite events because it's the time when we get to invite all of our CASP students, current and alumni, as well as different staff and faculty members from across campus to come and have fun and just get to know one another, have really great food, and just overall have an amazing time. The Chancellor comes to those events as well. So overall, we just love having fun. We love interacting with our students. We love seeing you all and having you all come and hang out with us and just have an overall good time. Again, part of that UC San Diego, part of that college experience, the university experience is school, but also fun. It's also that socializing, that building connection and community with one another. And hopefully CASP is able to be a part of that fun community building as well. So yeah, a lot of fun events, We'll definitely keep you busy throughout the academic year.
Thank you, Kimberly. So there is a question, and I mean, the big question that we all have as a nation and as a world is how the global pandemic that we're all going through is going to affect any of what's happening in CASP. So the support will still be there. It might look differently, just like today, but know that for summer, CASP 101 is one of the requirements, and that will be delivered remotely. So Ria shared a little bit about that. You can find updated information on our website. So it's just going to look a little differently, and it might look differently for a while. But know that because we're a small knit community, I mean, you already got to know 5, 6 people on campus. Not many students have that. So know that in a time of uncertainty, you can find comfort in knowing that there's going to be a group and a team of people that are going to know your name before you know ours, and are going to make sure that you have all the information and resources that you need to be able to navigate the university during really an unprecedented time. So again, we hope we got through most of the questions. Please email us, so casp@ucsd.edu. Call our phone number. Someone will get back to you. There's lots of great information on our website. If you go on our website, you can find all of our individual contact information, but please keep sending your questions after today. We really hope that you walked away with the information that you need to be confident about starting in the fall quarter, and we look forward to the day when we can meet you in person. Thank you and have a good night.